So Donald Trump just got called a communist on Twitter. He was being called a communist by the same people who support him, many right wingers on Twitter. And what exactly did Donald Trump do to get the ire of these people enough for them to call him a communist? They always like to use the word communist to refer to anything that they don't like. If they don't like a policy, it's a communist policy. If they don't like someone, that person is a communist. Kamala Harris is a communist. Obama is a communist. Joe Biden is a communist. Tim Walz is a communist. Everybody is a communist. And now even Donald Trump himself is a communist. So what exactly did he say? Check this out.
I'm announcing today in a major statement that under the Trump administration, your government will pay for, or your insurance company will be mandated to pay for, all costs associated with IVF treatment, fertilization for women, IVF treatment.
One would think that for a party who prides itself as being the pro-family party, that this would be a welcome news to them. This would be a welcome development to them. But somehow they're throwing a fit over this. And so I'm just going to read some comments. This tweet says, we Catholics are 100% against Trump taking our taxpayer money to fund IVF procedures. Somebody tell Trump that this is wrong. Catholics and many Protestants will not support this. Extremely disappointing. So what exactly is the problem here? Is it the fact that he's taking taxpayers' money to do this? Are they making an objection on religious basis? I think it's both here, right? The communist accusation comes in because Trump is trying to use government money to do this. And it's crazy, as if government is not supposed to do anything, right? As if government is not supposed to use taxpayer money to do anything at all. It's almost as if anything the government does is communist or anything the government does is socialist. You might as well not even have any government if the government is going to be accused of being communist anytime they try to do something for the people. So what exactly is government supposed to do? Just maintain infrastructure? Well, that's government action as well. So why are you not referring to those things as communist? Maintaining the military, why are you not referring to the government maintaining the military as communist as well? So it literally doesn't make any sense. Now, going back to the Catholic angle, right? They believe that this is an unnatural way of conceiving children. But there are a whole lot of things that we do as humans now that can be classed as unnatural. Flying in an airplane is unnatural. I mean, riding the bus is unnatural. Having vaccines, medicines, all these things are unnatural. They're all natural. But we now do that. Where do we draw the line between what we consider to be natural and unnatural? So another comment says it's a lie. It's far more communist than anything Harris is proposing. So right now, Donald Trump is even much more communist than Kamala Harris. Guys, be serious. Oh, great, more government subsidies or mandates. That would actually increase the cost of the services being subsidized. Real good idea. Now, for me, as much as I love the idea of encouraging families to have more children, I don't think this is the right way to go about it. I don't think subsidizing IVF treatment for parents or for families is the way to go. I think it's going to be way more expensive. I think that the premiums are going to be expensive. I do believe that health insurance is a good thing. People need to be able to have access to affordable health care, right? If they're working, they should be able to be paying certain premiums from their salaries every month and should be able to cover for most of their basic needs. Now, I think IVF treatment shouldn't fall under this category because I think it's going to make the premiums much more higher, and the percentage of people who are going to be needing IVF treatment anyway are not that large. So why would you want to burden more people with something like this? But what gets me is that this doesn't make Trump communist. If at all he's trying to do something for the people, if at all he's trying to be considerate, I don't know if he really believes what he's saying or he's just saying it to try to get votes. It's kind of backfiring because most of his base do not like this. But I think there is a real case to be made for something like this. There's a real case to be made for government supporting families, for people who are having difficulties having children, that the government comes in and helps them, right? It's a good thing for the society, it's a good thing for the economy. We have more people, right? So I really don't if they frame their arguments better, then I could understand where they're coming from. But their objections literally make no sense, both from the religious perspective and from the perspective of calling it communist. Not everything bad is communist. Not everything you disagree with is communist. But that's the level of thinking of these right wing nuts. They can't think beyond calling anything they don't like communist. And it literally makes no sense.